ATK in this thing, TKG type of fucking. ATK in this thing, TKG, what is good with y'all, man? Listen, y'all see the title, y'all know exactly what we're getting into, man. The 10 best rappers of the 2020s decade so far. Man, y'all know where y'all were when the 2020s decade was getting kicked off. We were right in the middle of the pandemic. I do not miss that stage in life, man. I'm so glad things got back to normal. As far as rap goes, we've seen a lot of come-ups. We've seen a lot of fall-offs. We've seen some stagnation. We've seen some new faces that, we would continue to see. We've seen some old faces that we, would no longer be needing to get used to. But all in all, these 10 people have performed the absolute best in the 2020s decade. Now, since we're talking about 2025, we halfway through the 2020s decade, which sounds crazy to me still because I feel like we really just got started. Since we're talking about 2025, I thought to bring up 25 names. So I'm going to hit y'all with 15 honorable mentions.
No show if you can't guarantee fees. I ain't got one threat to consider.
Man, I can't tell what you mean. How does your black feel like business to
Detroit nigga challenge, what's your dope like? If your bin's bigger,
I'll let you know. I was so young when I stood at that stove. Then I did not know that the money you gave me was meant for your back.
Go on a creme de la creme. Chocolate, baby, get Tim. I salute you, girl.
To turn into some Girl Scouts. That censorship girls out.
The key for the quarter. Shawty barely seen the double C's, I bought her. Got a bitch that's looking like a leaf.
Lately I've been praying, God, I wonder, can you hear me? Thinking about the old me, I swear I miss you.
My bitch better put up on me, that dream back kids.
Way I put you in my plans. Let the fact that we just friends. And I hate that we just friends.
Alright, we could go ban for ban.
Fuck that, we can go M for M.
Quarter mil for the Maybach truck.
boy like pat, pat, pop that round like pat, pat, spit on the bitch like pat, pat. I'm in the bitch.
Real one like a shot da. She my little vibe, my little.
hit the scrap if it happen to blow. It makes a round sounds. Pussy cat on my lap, push it back and go.
History earning cheddar. They form and break out. Nickel plated chrome Berettas. The same old.
And there goes the honorable mentions. Now, obviously, I know not everyone's going to agree with the honorable mentions. Some people, they may feel shouldn't even be in the honorable mentions. If you want to take anyone off the list, I could honestly understand you taking off Roddy Ricch or taking off Lotto, maybe Little Sims, maybe JPEG, just because for JPEG, a Little Sims is really a mainstream thing. For Roddy Ricch is more of missing from the mainstream thing. And then for Lotto, it's really more so sometimes a quality thing with her. With everyone else, of course, I'm willing to hear an argument on everyone here. Some of them you could even say are fringe top 10s. Like Denzel Curry, I could definitely hear an argument on being in the top 10. JID as well, Nicki Minaj as well. Playboi Carti, I'm iffy on. I'm half and half on him being top 10. Really because of the quality, but I base my top 10 and really the honorable mentions off of really the biggest thing is quality of music. Quality, your hits do matter. Impact is another big one, which is why Carti is an honorable mention, but he missed the top 10 because I feel like of everything, his quality has just been his biggest issue. It's been very inconsistent. Consistency is also a big thing. Those four things I really pay close attention to, honestly. So for a lot of these, yes, it's a lack in quality. Some of them are lacking impact. Some of them are lacking really, 3 of the 4, but they're exuding in one of those. So like Little Sims, for instance, is exuding in quality, but I definitely could not see myself putting her in a top 10, but she is just too good to miss, a top 25 if I were to make one. So you could consider this a top 25 just because, I have, the 15 honorable mentions and now the upcoming 10. But those names that I listed are in no particular order, so don't think that I'm saying that Denzel Curry's better than Nicki Minaj, although I do think he is better than her. I'm not sitting here, saying that, Denzel Curry's number 11. You can do that list in however order you would like to, but, with my top 10, it will be in order. So, beyond any case, here we go with the first person we are discussing for the top 10 of the 2020s decade. Kicking this list off at number 10, we have Lil Baby. Now, I know when you hear the name Lil Baby, you're probably going to go, oh my God, the dude that can't switch up his formula? Well, people are really coming out with these allegations now, but rewind back to 2020. No one was saying that, and Lil Baby was getting nominations for Best Rapper. Now, y'all can't deny, 2020, Lil Baby was probably the man. Like, people were looking at Lil Baby like he was, like, generally the future of rap. 2020, 2021, and 2022 were Lil Baby's best years, by far. It really started to slow down for him in 2023 and going forward just because people started to get a little bit suspicious of his whole rap scheme. I seen a playlist, or not a playlist, but a compilation. Someone was just skimming through his songs and all the beats started off the same. All the beats had the same, formula to them. Lil Baby had the same flow. He had the same lyrics. Everything was the same. He didn't really change anything up. It was really just, one song over and over, but like with a different, obviously with a different title. So, yeah, Lil Baby might be like, that's why he's number 10. Because honestly, I cannot not have him. Like, if you want to take him off and put someone else here, I definitely could see that happening. I definitely would not look at you crazy. But all the same, nah, man. You can't ignore how just cataclysmic his rise was in 2020. Like, off of that year alone, like, seriously, like, he was dead ass the best rapper in 2020. So, like, stream wise, like, everything, Lil Baby was just absolutely exuding and everything he needed to be the best rapper. But again, just off of that alone, that's why he's number 10, and I can't really have him any higher than number 10, but at least he's on the list, right? At number 9, we have 21 Savage. Now, I'm sure a bunch of y'all are going, how the fuck is 21 Savage here? Well, listen up, man. If you're wondering why he's on this list, you have not been listening to 21 Savage. He's kicked up the quality. He's kicked up everything. He's kicked it up, man. Like, I don't even need to go on this spiel again. He's kicked it all up. Truly. He's had his own standalone, really good album, and he's got a really nice collaborative album with Drake, Her Loss. So, genuinely speaking, I want to say this, and I'm going to say this clearly. I do believe in the 2020s decade, 21 Savage is a superstar rapper. I feel like if he was to announce that he was coming out with an album, it would generate a bunch of attention and it would get him tons of success. I feel like this is the stage that 21 Savage is at now. I feel like he can, he's here. He's arrived. But this is not new to anyone that has been listening to his music. Again, if you wanted to take him off the top 10, I can see it. I just would not have him outside the top 20 for sure. Really not even outside the top 15, because 21 Savage really has been that good. You cannot say that he is not one of the best in this decade. But he genuinely has been putting out really good stuff. So I don't know, if you got to hit me with a real good argument as to why he wouldn't be in the top 30 at least, not even the top 10, like just the top 30. Like, I could see him not being, number 9. Like, at the lowest, I really would have him probably, like, I don't know, no lower than like JID. But honestly speaking, yeah, I feel like he's right at home at number 9. And number 8, we've got Doja Cat. Now, I'm very positive I am going to ruffle some feathers by having Doja Cat on this list. And not because I have her as the number 8 best rapper of the 2020s decade so far. It's because I'm referring to her as a rapper. Now, Doja Cat put out an entire rap album. So anyone doubting this at this point, you're really just doing it just to be an asshole. You're really just doing it just to be one of those people, just to be a contrarian, just for the sake of being a contrarian, because Doja Cat is a rapper. At this point, she's kind of proved she can rap, and she could do any genre she wants, but she is a rapper. Let's just go on ahead and let's just let it be at this point. But Doja Cat, really, I'm not gonna lie to you, there has been no slowing down for her. Ever since Planet Her, it's just been she's just been on go, okay? She's a megastar, what can I say? And then she's one of those megastars that has one of those fan bases that will let her do anything she wants. She legitimately has cussed her fan base out on numerous occasions, and her fan base has done nothing but grow. Seriously, I don't know. This is the type of luck that people pray for. They pray for this type of shit to happen to them, that they could do no wrong and they have really no consequences for it. Some people will talk crazy, but the amount of people talking crazy just does not really match the people that aren't talking crazy. But the quality of music has seemingly gone up. She's done nothing but generate hit after hit after hit, anthems every time she does drop. And the impact is absolutely crazy. Basically, whenever Doja Cat does drop, any other woman that's dropped that year might as well not even make a claim for being the best woman out at the moment. It'll be Doja Cat whenever she does drop music, which is kind of crazy because she's not even the best female on this list. Yeah. So that's a bit weird, but nonetheless, shout out to Doja Cat, man. She's done nothing but drop banger after banger, and barring her really shitty attitude, because I definitely don't like Doja Cat as a person, very deplorable human being, but as an artist, she fuck going places. She's where she needs to be now. At number 6, we've got Megan Thee Stallion. Now, I don't want to hear no questions. How is Megan Thee Stallion this? Listen, you cannot question it. You shouldn't be questioning it. Megan Thee Stallion has been dropping in her albums ever since 2019. I mean, even really before that, but she blew up because of Fever in 2000. Well, Tina Snow and Fever. But ever since those two albums, 2020, going forward, she has not dropped an album in 2023. That's it. She's dropped an album every year since. And, might I say, they've been decent quality or good quality. I don't think she has a classic album under her belt yet. She might with Fever or Tina Snow. Those are really her two biggest contenders. But, nah, man. Megan Thee Stallion deserves her place here. Superstar doesn't even correctly convey, honestly. She is leading the charge when it comes to the female rappers. I mean, she is 30, so we can't pretend like she's just some super new, young little peach that's about to, because, I forget how old Nicki Minaj was when she took over, but, she wasn't super young either, because, here she is. Nicki Minaj is about to be 50 in 4 seconds. So, I don't know. But if you needed someone to be able to carry rap on in the future, I really would put all my money on Megan Thee Stallion being able to do it. Outside of controversies, she's really the best one to do it because she actually can rap. And for the most part, women love Megan Thee Stallion. I have not run into one woman that listens to rap that says they don't like Megan Thee Stallion. Honestly, it's been absolutely incredible. She's just been wonderful. So, again, every year she's dropping music and every year is getting big reactions. Now, I'm not talking to the Barbs here because for some reason they have a problem with Megan Thee Stallion. They say everything she does is flop. I beg to differ. You don't have to drop 1,000, the album doesn't have to sell 100,000 first week for it to be a success. Just, your fans have to fucking like it all the time for it to be a success. It's got to be a number one or, you know, in the Billboard Top 200 or, you got to generate some hits off of it, or it's got to generate some real big fanfare. You know what the fuck constitutes for success in rap right now. So don't listen to anyone outside of, the hotties, because they're going to tell you she's not a success. But let's be honest here. Megan Thee Stallion is probably going to go down as one of the greatest female rappers of all time. One of the greatest rappers of all time, if she keeps it up how she's been so far. I'm going to keep this one pretty short because I'm not going to lie to you. Y'all know how I feel about Kanye West, right? Like, super bad fucking person. I refuse to talk about him, really. Well, Travis Scott is really close to getting close to that territory because this guy is so fucking disgusting outside of rapping. Is crazy. Like, truly a bad fucking person. I cannot even begin to explain to you how fucking ass of a person he is. So I'm just gonna sit here and say Travis Scott's quality of music really has not dwindled ever since he really took off in 2018. He's really done a good job of either stagnating with greatness and or elevating it a little more than he already has. But his impact is always going to be quite enormous. It's Travis Scott, you shouldn't be surprised if anyone told you he's one of the best rappers out. He does honestly have one of the best sounds out. It's never not going to be Travis Scott that isn't in the conversation for best rapper of the year. But yeah, we've got him at number 5. So that's all I care to say on Travis Scott. So at the real number 5, because for some reason I just decided to be really ass at math today. The real number 5, we have Future. Now, I don't think I even need to say anything. Future, listen, you heard one Future song, someone's going to tell you if you heard one Future song, you've heard them all. But guess what? All of them Future songs are fucking golden. He's one of the few rappers where, yeah, he could talk about the same thing over and over, but guess what? He ain't trying to be like Kendrick Lamar and end world hunger and, end cancer with his music. His music is for the clubs, and really and truthfully, he's been one of the most successful for the club rappers in years, honestly. His music serves the purpose that it serves, and if you're listening to it for any more than you are, then you really should just not be talking about Future, because his music is not for digesting for professionals. It's for having fun, getting lit, drinking, and doing crazy shit to it, and having girls twerk to it. That's what his music's always been about. So ever since 2020, he's really done that, and he's done it at I'd even argue to say the best he's ever done it. Like 2010's Future was really good, but I'd even argue to tell you that 2020's Future might even be better than 2010's Future, and 2010's Future was already a legend, basically. 2020's Future may go down like, this is like Kobe Bryant, when he split up the number 8 and the number 24. Like, Kobe 8's already a legend. Kobe 24 is a legend too. Well, Future 10 is great, and Future 20 is also fucking great. I'd even argue that Future 20 is much greater than Future 10. And with that being said, I don't think I have to speak on anything more than I already have. That should tell you that the people that are past 5 really deserve their spot on this list. So by any means, let's get to number 4. At number 4, we have, Jay Fold. Why is Jay Fold on the list? Didn't he run away from a beef? Shut the fuck up, please. For the love of God, just shut up. You know where I stand on that whole running away from the beef shit. It was really not his beef to enter in the first place. Because, as you see, everyone involved in that beef is currently going to court because of, a fellow light skin. But besides that point, J. Cole, I don't think it needs to go without speaking. Kicking off the year really with, or kicking off the decade with the off season. And going forward, honestly, J. Cole at one point really had a claim for the best 2020s rapper. Of course, I have him here because, he's been a little quiet as of late. Of course, he did drop, Might Delete Later. And, that's a really good album. I do like it. I do think that it's one of his better albums. But all the same, listen, let's be honest here. The three that I have above him exude in some things. Now, J. Cole, he could drop a hit. He's got the quality on his side. Hell, he's got the impact too. But the three ahead of him truly are carrying the 2020s decade. And while I do believe that J. Cole, you couldn't throw him in that carrying the 2020s decade conversation, I feel like it's kind of slowed down as of late. J. Cole's one of my favorite rappers, but I'm not going to sit here and be biased either. You know, he has slowed down a little bit, you know. So, yeah, on to the carriers. Number 3 is, you know, that guy that I referenced earlier that was taking everybody to court. Yeah, Drake. So, love him or hate him, Drake is one of the greatest rappers of all time. Love him or hate him, Drake has been Mr. Anthem in the 2020s decade. Love him or hate him, Drake is going to give you hits. And he exudes in that. Quality, not so much. Now, the thing that's really keeping Drake from being number 2 and or number 1, truly, is the fact that Honestly Nevermind came out. That album right there stopped him. And Some Sexy Songs for You. That did him no fucking favors. I don't care that it's charting right now. That has a lot to do with his quality. Now, Drake exudes in the impact and hits department. The quality department, again, not doing him really too many favors right now because of Honestly Nevermind. And really, even after that, it hasn't been the greatest for Drake after Honestly Nevermind. I do really like Certified Lover Boy. I do like Dark Lane's demo tape. And for all the dogs, like that's okay, but all the same, it's not, it's eh. So Drake has done what he's always done. He's, dropped some really good stuff, dropped some quality stuff. But at the same time, I do feel a dip in his quality. Like, yes, even in the 2010s decade, there was a dip in Drake's quality with Scorpion. Coming after Views, and If You're Reading This Is Too Late, like those two were legendary projects for Drake. And then you drop Scorpion, and then like everything kind of changes, and then people are going to bring up streams and how much is sold, and we're not talking about that. Honestly, I don't give a fuck about streams and all this other stuff. Otherwise, I'd have brought that up. If I'd have brought up success, then this list would look a tiny bit different. But Drake being number 3 is not a bad thing considering who I have ahead of him, and I'm sure I'm going to scream that for who I have directly ahead of him. At number 2, we have Tyler, the Creator. Yes, I said Tyler, the Creator. Now, I brought up my 4 categories with really everybody. We talk about hits. While he doesn't, bring the amount of hits Drake does, hell, really nobody does. He has given you hits. Quality-wise, he's given you quality, and then some. I feel like Tyler, Creator is topping himself, which is okay. Tyler, Creator is topping himself album after album after album after album. It's getting better and better and better. It truly is. Impact. Tyler, Creator could drop an album and it can sweep the nation. Hell, he's on tour right now and he's gassed, he said. Tyler, Creator could go number 1 with his albums. At this point in time, if you are doubting Tyler, Creator's quality, his skill, his consistency, because usually Tyler, Creator would drop an album every 2 years. Well, he dropped Chromacopia, and the next year, he drops Don't Tap the Glass. Before that, he had Call Me If You Get Lost, and all 3 of them albums are amazing. Again, if you are doubting Tyler, the Creator's ability at this point in his career, you are in denial. Or you're just simply not a fan of his. But either way, everything that you are going to hear from Tyler, the Creator has been fucking generational. And he's done it with little to no help. Truly, it's been absolutely amazing to be a part of this ride. Calling myself a Tyler, the Creator fan Back when he first started, it might have been a little weird. But calling myself a Tyler, the Creator fan today has carried tons and tons of pride with it. And not saying that you can only be fans of people that are doing good, but I remember when the man first started and everything seemed shaky, and I just was listening to the music and loving it. And same way I am now, but I listen to it now and I'm proud of everything I'm hearing. Because the quality, he's really just matured as a person in his music. So it's incredible. The character's matured, the person's matured, everything's just gotten better. And Tyler truly is a generational talent. And one of the greatest rappers of all time. I can say that without a shadow of a doubt. But I'm sure you noticed somebody was missing from this list. And, well, you know, if you thought that number one was going to be obvious, well, okay. Call me Captain Obvious, I guess. But let's get talking about number one. Deep down, you knew it was this nigga. You knew it was this guy. You knew it was Kendrick Lamar. Now, someone's going to ask, how? He really just dropped music. When Kendrick came back, he shook the planet. When Kendrick came back, there were people that had nothing to do with rap talking about Kendrick's return. The NBA shut down when Kendrick came back. Then he announced that album. And the world shut down again. And Kendrick turned it upside down. And whether you thought it was good or bad, doesn't matter. Because the quality of music was good in my eyes. Then the beef happened. When everyone thought that Kendrick would be chilling. And no one would really care too much. That Kendrick would not be doing anything. Drake woke up the boogeyman. And we got that good quality. We got the impact. We got the hits. We got everything that I've been asking for on this list. We had it exuded all in one fucking year. And then he drops GNX. And then he gets the halftime show at the Super Bowl. And then he changes the world with one damn song. Hell, he's even going to court off of that one song. Truly, if you don't believe Kendrick Lamar is leading the charge right now as far as rappers go in the 2020s, I have one word for you. Delusion. But Kendrick Lamar is the leader for rappers right now. You cannot ask him to do anything better. Y'all want a good album? He gave you that. He gave you two. If you don't think the first one was good, he gave you GNX. You think the hits weren't there? That man covered the top 5 at one point. The top 10, he had it covered. Outside of like 2 spots, Kendrick Lamar had that shit covered. You want impact? Again, he swept the nation with a diss track. And he didn't just diss any old person. He dissed the megastar in rap. I rest my case. I don't need to say anything more than you've already heard about Kendrick Lamar. If you think anyone else should be number one, I'm only entertaining Tyler being number one, Drake being number one, or Kendrick being number one. Outside of those three, you cannot come to me with a conversation now, okay, well, I think Lil Sims is number one because, and no disrespect to Lil Sims at all. Love Lil Sims, but I'm not even letting you get a word out in that fucking situation. I'm not going to let you do it. Now, I noticed that I forgot about Glorilla on here, and honestly, she would be in the honorable mentions here. I don't think I'd have her in the top 10 just yet, but I forgot her, so you can act like I did not put Lotto on this list. So there that is. So beyond any case, y'all tell me how y'all feel about this list. Y'all tell me, if y'all would have put anyone else on here, who you would take off, if you think I'm right about Kendrick being number one, if, just how would your list look? Drop your top 25 or drop your top 10 with the honorable mentions like I did in the comment section below. Get vocal, do all them things, TKG. And beyond any case, man, Thank Trey, because we dropping a video every week. And of course, vibe. Have a good time, and I will see y'all later, man. Peace out.